In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the brake master cylinder on this Chevy Silverado. Let's get into it. Disconnect this connector for the level sensor. I'm just going to use a screwdriver, straight blade, just to loosen up the lock and slide that off out of the way. Remove the cap. I am going to extract some of the fluid so that it doesn't pour all over the place, but this is up to you. Just using a fluid extraction pump. Just put a mat underneath here because we're going to just collect some brake fluid. I'm going to use a 14mm line wrench. Loosen up the nuts. There's a little brake fluid coming out. Take that off, set that aside. You do the same with this line. Just don't mix them up. Slide that off. Using a 15mm socket, take the two nuts off on the side. That nut off and slide the master right off. Be careful, don't drip any of the brake fluid on the paint of the vehicle. It will ruin the paint. Now we're going to bench bleed the master before we put it in. You can buy some hoses and just hook these up. You can do it without hoses, it's just a little more difficult. Just get some fittings and some hoses. Take the cap off, put the hoses inside in the reservoir. Then we're going to fill the reservoir up. Use fresh brake fluid. Make sure it's the right type. Normally says on the cap, .3. All right, that's full. Now holding the master, it is in a vise. Just gonna compress this. You're just gonna watch the brake fluid go through. Just push it slowly. Just using a Phillips head screwdriver. If you push it underneath the liquid, then it's gonna help A little more, you can see the bubbles coming out. And just do this a few times. Try to get as many bubbles out as possible. That looks pretty good. What you could also do is just put your fingers over the holes, push it in, let off your fingers a little bit, and close them up, and then let off, and just do it that way. It's just a little bit trickier. It's better to do it if you have these hoses. I'll take these hoses off. You're going to lose a little fluid. I do have these little caps. Just put these on temporarily. There we go. Put those on. That's good. You can put the cap back on, line this up, get the two nuts. You want to get those started. Torque these to 27 foot-pounds. That's good. I'll take this plug off. And put that line on, get that started. If you have the ability to torque these, you want to go to 18 foot-pounds. We're just going to snug it down first because we are going to bleed this later right here. And put the other one on. Take that cap off. Get the other one lined up. All right, snug that down. With an assistant, I'm going to have them hold down on the pedal. So go ahead and hold the pedal down. And then I'm going to crack this free. Get a little bit of fluid come out. And then I'll close it up before it's all the way to the floor. You can let up. And we'll do it again. I didn't really see any air in there, so we should be good here. Go ahead and push it down slowly and hold it. Crack it free. A little bit of air, not too bad. Close it up again. Go ahead, let up. And hold it down one more time. I'll crack it free. A little bit of air. Close it up. Let up. And push it down. Still a little more air. We're going to go to the other one. You can let up and push it down. Let up and push it down. Just trying to get some of the air out. Let up. And push it down. It's looking pretty good. All right, so snug that up. Again, 18 foot-pounds. And I'll just crack this one free again. Go ahead, let up, and push it down. So, loosen this. Yeah, no more air in there, so that's good. Snug this down. 18 foot-pounds. You can let up. All right. Take the connector, plug it in. There we go. Lock it down. You want to take the cap off. Push down on that if that popped out. And top it off the brake fluid up to the max line. That area. Put the cap back on. In some cases, that's all the bleeding you need to do. You just got all the air out of the master cylinder and everything feels fine. Otherwise, if the brakes still feel squishy, you're gonna have to bleed the rest of the system. You're gonna have to do it at each wheel, starting with the rear and then going to the front, getting all the air out of the entire system.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.